Good morning, students. Today we will be continuing the same chapter in which we are doing section 4 special purposes books, and in which we are continuing the day book. Okay, in which we are doing the purchases day book. So in this today we are going to do one sum in which we will understand how to form the ledger account for this. Okay, we will know how to transfer the transaction of the purchases day book into the ledger account. Okay, and we will also do the next topic, that is sales day book. Okay, so we'll do the sum for this ledger account, how to post the purchases book to ledger account, and then we will do the sales day. So first come to the question of this. Okay, look at the question. It is saying record the following transactions in a suitably ruled purchases day book. Okay, and the transactions are given here that we have to record in the purchases day book. Okay, so come to the solution, student. So this is the format for the purchases day book. Okay, come to the first transaction that has been done on 2015 March 1. Okay, so the first transaction is saying for purchased goods from MSA and company. Okay, so we have to write here MSA and company. 20 bales of cotton at ₹1,000 per bale. Okay, so we have to write here 20 bales of cotton at ₹1,000 per bale. Okay, so the amount will be 1000 into 20 will be 20,000. Okay, and there is also less trade discount at 5% and cash discount 6%. So we have to record here the trade discount. Okay, because cash discount is recorded in the cash book, so we have to record here the trade discount. So trade discount is at 5%. Okay, so 5% of 20,000 is 1,000. Okay, so less this amount, we will get 19,000 in the total column. Okay, now come to the next transaction that has been done on 12th March. Okay, it is saying purchase from Madura Coats, so we have to write here Madura Coats. Then it is saying 1,500 meters of cotton fabrics at ₹2 per meter. We have to write here 1,500 meter of cotton fabrics at ₹2 per meter. Okay, so if we multiply 2 into 1,500, we will get 3,000 here. And here is also less trade discount, so we have to less the trade discount. I am writing in short trade discount, and trade discount is 10% here. Okay, so 10% of 3,000 is 300. If you less this amount, you will get 2,700. Got it? Now come to the next transaction that has been done on 25th of March. It is saying purchase from Murshidabad Silk House. So you have to write here Murshidabad Silk House. Okay, then 20 bales of silk pieces at ₹3,000 per bale. So we have to record here 20 bales of silk pieces at ₹3,000 per bale. Okay, so if you multiply 20 into 3,000, you will get 60,000 here. Okay, and here is also less trade discount, that is 5%. So you have to record your less trade discount at 5%. Okay, so if you take out 5% of 60,000, you will get 3,000. Okay, so if you less this amount, you will get 57,000 here, and if you add this all, 78,700 you will get the total. Students, have you noticed one thing, that we have not recorded the last transaction that is given in the question, that has been done on 30th March. It is saying purchase furniture from Bombay Safe for rupees 5,000. But in the rules we have studied that for in the purchases day book we don't have to record the furniture and stationery transaction. So that is why it is the transaction of furniture. So we don't have to record in this book. Okay. So that is why we have done up to only March 25. Okay. Now come to illustration number 7. Here is your illustration number 7. It is saying you have to post all the information that is provided to you in the illustration number 6, and you have to show it in the ledger posting. Whatever we have done now in the purchases day book, whatever transactions we have to record it, now we have to post that into the ledger account. Okay. So the first thing that we have to keep in mind while doing the ledger account, that at the end of the day each entry is posted to the credit side. Okay. Credit side of the appropriate individual, and at the end of the month the aggregate of the total column posted to the debit side of the purchases account. Okay. So whatever the purchases account total we have got, that we have to put in the debit side. Okay. And all the other transactions that has been done in the purchases day book, that we have to record in the credit side, because credit what goes out. Okay. So we are purchasing something, that means we are spending the cash, so that is going out of the business. So that is why we have to record at the credit side of the thing, and the total amount that is with us in the purchases day book, that from that we have to start the general ledger account by writing on the debit side of the column. Okay. So come to the solution, student. Basically this is the format for drawing the ledger accounts. Okay. So first I have drawn the account in the general ledger for purchases account. So purchases account ledger book is here. So for that, whatever total we have got in the purchases day book, that amount we have to record in the debit side. Okay. And the date we will write here 2015 March 31, because at the end of the month we have the total amount that we have to write here by writing to sundry creditors account. Okay. And the amount, total amount was 28,700. Okay. Now come to the next ledger account that I have written. That was the first transaction has been done for the MSA and company account. So that is the creditors ledger. Okay. So in the creditors ledger we have drawn 3 accounts. Okay. First one is MSA and company account. So that transaction has been done on March 1. So we will write the date here. So first transaction has been done on March 1. So we will write here by purchases account. Okay. Because the creditors has purchased, okay, on March 1. So his cash is going out. So that is why it will be recorded in the credit side of the ledger account. And the amount was 19,000. So we will write here 19,000. Okay. Next come to the Madura Courts account. The next transaction has been done on March. We have to write the year first, 2015, and March 12. Okay. March 12. And here also we will write by purchases account, because all the thing we are taking from the purchases book. So we have to write the purchases account, and we will write the total amount, that is 2,700. Okay. Now come to the last account. The last transaction has been done with Murshidabad Silk House account. So for that ledger account I have drawn here, and the transaction has been done on March 25. Okay. And here also we have to write by purchases account, and the amount was 57,000. Got it? So in this way we have to post all the transaction to the ledger accounts by drawing the particular separate ledger accounts for each company, for each creditor. Okay. So that's all for the purchases day book. Now come to the sales day book.
Basically, sales day book is a book of primary entry that is used for recording only the credit sales. Okay, some important points that we have to keep in mind: that cash sales are not recorded in the sales day book. Okay, and assets sold on credit are not be recorded in the sales day book. Okay, and the collection from debtors in no way affect the sales day book. Okay, that means whatever collection we are taking from the debtors as cash, that will not affect in the sales day book, that will not be recorded in the sales day book. Okay students, now come to the question.
Now look at illustration number 9. It is saying from the following transactions write up the sales day book. Okay, so the following transaction that has been done on 2015 January, in the month of January, all these transactions we have to record in the sales day book. Okay, so come to the solution, student. So basically this is the format for the sales day book. It is same as the purchases day book, just here in this column we have to write outward invoice column. Okay, instead of inward invoice we have to write the outward, because it is the sales day book. Okay, so that is why we have to write here outward invoice column. Okay, then now come to the question. It is saying the first transaction has been done on 2015 January 1. Okay, and the transaction has been done with Premier Traders. So we have to write here Premier Traders. 100 bags of sugar were sold at rupees 650 per bag. Okay, so if you multiply 100 into 650 you will get 65,000. Okay, and there is also trade discount that we have to less here. The trade discount was 5%. Okay, then come to the next transaction. Okay, first we have to record this 5%. If you take out the 5% of 65,000 you will get 3,250. if you less this amount you will get 61,750. Okay, now come to the next transaction that has been done on January 10. Okay, and it has been done with R and company, and 10 bags were sold, 10 bags of milk powder. Okay, at rupees 500 per bag. Okay, so if you multiply 10 into 500 you will get 5,000. Okay, and there is also trade discount, so we have to less the trade discount, that is at 10%. So 10% of 5,000 will be 500. So if you less the amount you will get the total amount of 4,500. Okay, then come to the next transaction that has been done on 20th January. It is done from T King Limited. Okay, T King P Limited, and the transaction was 10 chest of CTC tea at rupees 2,000 per chest. Okay, so if you multiply 10 with 2,000 you will get 20,000. Okay, and there is also less trade discount. Okay, that is at 10%. So we will get 2,000 here. Okay, and if you subtract this 2 you will get 18,000. Okay, and now just do the total. You will get the amount 84,250. Okay,
So in this question also we will not record the last transaction that has been done on 29th March, that is for office furniture. Okay, so this is for furniture, so that we don't have to record in the sales day book. Okay, same as purchases day book.
That's all for today's class. I have given you the related sum of purchases day book and sales day book. Just do it correctly and submit it in the given mail ID. Thank you all of you.